Ho, ho, ho. Hello. Diana by the beach. How are you? Good to see you. I've been missing you. Oh, I was supposed to talk in my low voice so you wouldn't know it was me. I'm so sorry about that. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hi, Blue Rose. Well, I would love for it to have been Brian. I think that would have been great. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Blue Rose. Hi, Carol. Anyway, I wanted it to be Brian so bad because this is the itchiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how men stand to have beards. I had all this hair up here in my face, but right here where my mouth is, these little hairs get in my mouth. Seriously, I don't know how men stand to have beards and full mustaches and all that. It's so darn uncomfortable. How's everybody doing? It's awful, Diana. It's awful. I probably won't have it on long. I mean, these little hairs are everywhere. They just stick out everywhere. Look how full it is. Hmm. This is a Santa suit that we bought years and years ago. And Brian used to dress up in this outfit and would go. He had a big bag. Morning, Darlene. He had a great big bag, and we would put toys and candy and things like that and go around and give all this stuff out to kids. And I was an elf, and I think my Bobby was an elf also. We were all dressed up. We did this for several years, and it was lots and lots of fun. And one year we gave gifts to a little girl who had no gifts at all in her home. And I remember I knew I had talked to her mother already, and I knew her shoe size and her dresses and things like that. No, Carol, they won't. I'm surprised. I'm not going to go outside. They would run. So anyway, we went to this little girl's house and we handed out gifts, and she was so excited. I'm telling you, the mama had tears in her eyes. And if that's not what Christmas should be about, I don't know what is. Well, I know it's the birth of Jesus. Yes, I know that. But I'm talking about the spirit of giving to others. And we had the most wonderful time. It was just something I'll never forget. So we have 18 in here. I hope y'all are doing well. Have you done your Christmas shopping? I have done all I'm going to do. Let's put it that way. And I don't know what I'm going to do for Christmas Day. I have no plan whatsoever. I don't know. Maybe nothing. Yes, sir, Carol. That's exactly right. I just didn't do very much this year. I have not put up a tree. Hi, Jackie. It's good to see you. I have not put up a tree since before my Bobby passed away. I just, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to come and see it anyway. And it's just a heck of a lot of work for just me. Hi, Joan. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate y'all coming today. I sure do. Yeah, no tree. No tree here either. I don't even have a Christmas tree anymore, but I do have some decorations, and I'm going to show y'all those. I have kept for years in a box the decorations that my kiddos made in school, like elementary school. You know what I'm talking about. And I have them in a box. And of all the things I kept for sure, when I emptied out my storeroom, I kept that. So I have a lot of them, little ornaments that they made in school. Remember how they used to use, good morning, Sharon, how they used to use cotton balls and make beards for their little paper Santas and things like that. I love those little things. And every year I would put those things on my tree. They're not fancy. They're stuff that they made in school, but they were precious to me, and I loved them more than any other decorations I had because they made them. It's fun to have. Ah, great, Darlene. Nobody, Jackie. Hello, Bunder. This suit is itchy. Well, the suit's not, but the thing is, look at my little hat. Brian gave me this glitter hat several years ago. Oh, Bunder! Y'all look, it's Brian. He did show up. Brian, I'm surprised. Good morning, Joy. Brian, when you wore this thing, I don't know how you stood it right here. It gets in my mouth. Yeah, I know. I've got a picture of Bobby sitting on Brian's lap when he was in his Santa suit. Hi, Diane. There's our wrench. Brian, Jackie lives in London. She works in London. Lucky girl. Yeah, yeah, right in here especially. This is awful. I hate this part. And it after a while it gets itchy because it gets all over your face. So let me show y'all. Here's my box. This is my box where I kept all my stuff when my daughter and Brian were little that they made in school. And let me show you this one particular one. Brian will kill me for this. I know he will. Oak Ridge Boys. Oak Ridge Boys, Diana, were a singing group, country singing group. And one of them had the longest beard you ever saw in your life. And it itched like crazy. Okay, here's this one. I got him out one year and I showed him to my daughter and to Brian. And I went through this box and showed them all the stuff that they had made over the years and I kept. And here's the specific one. And I held this up, and Brian says, I didn't make that. That's not mine. Look at his, here's his mouth way down here. Here's his nose way up here. And my daughter said, I didn't make that. See, I've had hanging on the tree every year. So I turned it over and it says Brian right here. So he did too make that. I love this one. Well, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't have a date on it. I wish it had a date, but it doesn't. So it's wonderful, isn't it? It's great. Oh, and look at this one. Hold on. A wreath. I don't know who did that one. And then I've got this wreath. See, this is the cotton balls I was telling you about last year. I love these things. I love them. Hard Candy Christmas, Dolly Parton. I love them, but I've got a whole huge box of them that they made. Oh, I got one to show you. Hang in there, Brian. I want to show them this. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Yeah, Sharon. Isn't that fun? Look at this one, Brian. I love that with his face on it. No, it isn't. It's wonderful. I love it. It's my daughter's. But they were great to put on the tree. I loved them. Oh, while Brian is here, let me tell you this one story right quick. One year I worked so hard because I bought Christmas gifts by working and selling Christmas decorations out of my yard. And I made those cutouts out of wood of Santas and sleighs and snowmen, all kinds of stuff. I made gobs of them. I'd start working on them in about May, and I'd work all the way up to Christmas, and I'd put them out in my front yard, and I would sell them. And I sold a lot of them. I did. I worked really, really hard on them. But that's how I made the money to buy their Christmas stuff. So one year I had a really good year selling my stuff, and I bought a lot of Christmas stuff. I sure did. Gifts for my daughter and for Brian from Santa. So they opened their gifts on Christmas morning and they found their Santa stuff. And later on during the day, Brian says, Mom, Santa sure did give us a lot of stuff. I said, yeah, he sure did. And Brian said, but Mom, you didn't give us very much at all. And I knew that was the last year that Santa Claus was coming to my town. No more Santa. That's it. Yeah, I worked and worked and worked, but I didn't give him much. Brian was a little jerk. He sure was. So that's the end of Brian. End of Santa. That's all I'm going to do for Santa. Whew. Brian, how come you're not still asleep? I know you're tired and worn out and has your back. Poor Brian, he's got a really bad back. Yeah. Yeah, I loved using their decorations. They're a whole lot more than something you buy in the store, you know. So there's because it means something to you, you know. And I loved it. Thank you very much, Sharon. No, I didn't, Jackie. I was self-taught, and I used to love to paint. The Christmas decorations of all the things, it's only 44, Diana. Um, the Christmas decorations out of wood were my very favorite things to paint of all the painting I've ever done. Furniture, canvases, the Christmas things were the most fun. Thank you very much. I loved doing it. I would not do just Christmas. I also did Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, great big bunny rabbits. Um, and I sold them. And I love doing it. In fact, I wish I could do some more of it. Can y'all even tell I'm talking? Yeah, you can see my mouth right there. This is going to have to go. I'm not kidding. Ooh, that is awful. Hey, Zizi. Good to see you. Thank you, Diane. I guess not, but at least I don't have to worry if I'm smiling or all that kind of stuff. No, Jackie. The reason is I am out in the countryside. Hi, Liz. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you joined us today. Because I'm out in the country and my route, we don't have the same postman. My As awful as it sounds, I think whoever shows up that morning to deliver mail, they send out our way. that's that's so rinky dink, isn't it? But that's the kind of little postal country thing. So one day it might be a guy, the next day it might be a woman in a big truck, but it's never a mail truck, never. Post office truck. It's always their own vehicle. And I asked one time. I said, "What's the name of our mail carrier?" And she said, "Well, they vary. So yeah, constantly changing." Oh, Diane, I have not been to the post office. How sweet of you. But I will go Monday for sure. I have not been gone this week, y'all. I have been sick. Um, I had a cold, and I had that tonsillitis, and that took me a while to get over that. And then I came down with this cold. In fact, the last live I did, y'all see me coughing and carrying on during the live. Well, that was the very beginning of the cold. And I'm much, much better yet. I mean, now, much better. But thank you. I will go check it out. Get up there Monday morning and go see. Oh, I'm feeling a whole lot better. I sure am. Much better. Yeah, we've got 29 in here. Oh, Jackie, no. Yep, I'll go and find out. Golly, I just didn't go this week. I was real busy this week. Did some work at Brian's, and then, like I said, I didn't feel very good either. So, well, that's nice, ZZ. Yeah, I have never known the name of any of our mail carriers. My mailbox is just about to fall off the thing it's on, the board it's on. It's like this. So when it rains, like this is the front of the mailbox, and it's on it. So when it rains, all the water rushes down um, into the mailbox and gets everything soaking wet, and then you can't read anything. Hey, Rose. Hi there. How are you? Are you busy this year making your soaps? Y'all, Rose makes the most beautiful, wonderful scent soaps. They're great. Yeah, we used to have a cat that got up in the tree too. And no doubt, if I had one here, Pumpkinhead would be all the way to the top. She got behind my TV, and I'm scared she's going to knock it off on the floor. I had to put big old pillows up there. Okay, well, I'm glad business is going well for you, Rose. I know you make some beautiful things. Oh no, I'm scared not to. I'm scared to wake her up. It is itchy. I would love to have had Brian as Santa, but he couldn't make it. I didn't ask him. I'll just put it that way. I did not ask him because I knew he had worked all week, and I knew he was tired. And I'm actually surprised he made it to the chat today, but I'm glad he did. Oh wow, Jackie. I know, CC, no kidding. It's not bad today, Brian. It really isn't. See, I mean, it's a real suit. It's got the black belt and the pants and boots, the black boots. But I didn't. I saw no sense in putting that whole thing in. Y'all aren't going to see that part anyway. You're just going to see this top part. Well, I'm not going to stay in it. The only thing is, I got my hair all bunched in there. She's When I go out to feed the cats on the porch or the front porch or the back porch, when I come back in, she is right there, just right on that door, and I have to really be careful because she will go right out, and I have to be really careful. Uh-oh, y'all. It says in 51 seconds there's going to be an ad for some of y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Jackie Brian has her brother and well, several brothers, and the mama cat's down at Brian's also. I know. I thought about going to the post office in this, Diana. Okay, thank you, Susie, sweetheart. Anyway, oh, Rose, yeah, that'd be fun to wear, wouldn't it? I saw a lady at the post office not very long ago when she was dressed as Mrs. Santa. She had blonde hair, a lot of it too, like Dolly Parton. And she had a little short red dress on with fur around the back and high heels. And she was just flipping and flopping along. And she was the cutest thing. I wish I had gotten a picture of her. I can't remember. Oh, so Brian has Pumpkinhead's brother, Steve. And all those cats have super long tails. Longest he calls that, he says it's hello, Custal. You have to be nice to Santa, because Santa's real important in your life, and you certainly don't want to make Santa mad at you, do you? So he won't come to see you anymore. Anyway, he calls those cats the tribe of the long tails because they really got super long tails. So did some of y'all have an ad pop up? I don't know. Yeah, Dolly. Okay, good. Yeah, Dolly has been around a long time. She looks great, but of course, Oh, you did, Diana? Okay. Okay, Diane. Um, Thank you so much, Sharon. That's exactly right. Yes, Rose. Good. Yep. Okay. They don't come on very much, I don't think. So, um, I don't even know what I was talking about now. Forgot what I was talking about. I guess it wasn't important. I know. That is weird. Of course, you can also, cancel the ad. We have 26 here. I have looked at those, Jackie. Yes, ZZ, I sure was. The Tribe of the Long Tails. I don't know, Jackie. I think under the house next door, there's no way for her to get under this house. So I hate it. I don't like that they under the house. Hi, Liz. Pumpkinhead's brother is Steve. Yeah, Steven. Steve for short. Every cat I have, we've had more than one name. I did. Um, Diane, I saw that. I have mixed emotions about Dolly Parton, and I think she's in her 70s, isn't she? Wearing a cheerleader uniform. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, good for her because she sure looked good in it. On the other hand, oh, is she? On the other hand, I wouldn't do that. Marge Simpson. Yeah, Diane, she is. That I don't know. It's a dignity thing, I think. So if she thinks it, well, I guess she could get away with anything because I don't know of anybody that doesn't love Dolly Parton. I got to clean out my. See, it's beginning to itch now. Yep, she does, Sharon. Me either, Diane. I would not do it. No way. I have seen some YouTube videos where they get pretty risque, and I know, Rose. I Madonna had a lot of facial fillers in her face, and it swelled up a whole lot. Yes, I did, Jackie. I sure did. I went immediately and looked. I would watch anything with her in it. Hi, Nelda. Thank you for coming in. Merry Christmas to you. If I don't get to tell y'all Merry Christmas before Christmas, I'm telling you now. Yeah, Diane, she has. She's overdone it. She was beautiful like she was. Yep, she's a good person, Zizi. She sure is. I was going to have my Santa live next Saturday, but that is just the day before, I think, Christmas Eve. Yeah. And so I figured that most of y'all would be out doing something or going somewhere or super busy. And so I decided I'd have it this time. People are disappointed in you, Brian, that you weren't the Santa. I'm kidding. They're not disappointed. And I understand. And probably Brian's gone. And I don't blame him. He got up early. He got up early for his mama. Wasn't that sweet? He's a good boy, y'all. But you know it. Aw. wonder. Oh, he was a Santa. He did that all the time. Thank you, Diane. He used to do it. He had he had the suit down at his house, and I went down and got it last week. Hello, JB, Magnolia, Texas. Welcome. It's good to see you also. You know, I am in Gilmer, or close to it anyway. Yeah, that's right, Brian. I gave you a whole bunch of gifts, and your mom was just stingy. She didn't give you anything. And hello, Cheryl. Thank you so much, Mrs. Santa with a beard. I wish I had a Mrs. Santa suit. I think I would see about getting that. If I get my sewing machine out, I could make one for next year if I'm still here. Where is Magnolia, JB? Close to what big city that I might know? Oh gosh, y'all, I'm getting itchy now. I don't want to take it off. Yes, Jackie, I sure am. Brian bought me this HP laptop, and I'm absolutely loving it. Love it. It works exactly. Uh-oh. pull my pull my mustache off. It works exactly as I want. Oh, Woodlands in north of Houston. I know where you are. Boy, Houston. That's one of the worst cities to drive in the state of Texas. Houston's terrible. We used to go when my mother was ill to MD Anderson Hospital about every 2 months or 3 months. And man, it was tough driving down there, especially coming from a little bitty town, and Houston, man, if you didn't get in your lane, you pass it up and you're not going to get in the lane. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep scratching. Hairs are terrible. It's probably right, Rose. Mm, yeah, it's continually growing, isn't it, JB? It never stops. I took driver's ed. I think I was about 16. And y'all, let me tell you, the guy that taught me was a math teacher at my school, and he also taught driver's ed. And I haven't seen him in years and years and years. And my husband was a barber. I went to his barber shop one day, and there was a man sitting over there waiting to get his hair cut. And I said, "Are you Coach Gregory?" And he said, "Yes, I am." And I said, "Well, you taught me to drive, and I just wanted you to know you did a good job because I am 70, whatever years old I was at the time, and I have never once gotten a ticket for driving or speeding or anything. Never once, except I had a parking ticket, and it was $1, and I paid it immediately, and that was 40 years ago." He said, "Well, I did a good job." And I said, "And I'm going to tell you something. I had a big crush on you." And he said, "Well, I had one on you too." And I just cracked up because I know that was the biggest lie, but that was sweet of him to say. And I got to see him, and that was fantastic. And he's bound to be, oh, I don't know, pushing 90, I would guess. But I hope he's well. I just loved Coach Gregory. He was a great teacher, and he was handsome, I must say. Hey, I think I'm losing my hat. Oh, me either, Diane. Have you ever been to Houston, Diane? It's awful. It's awful. Dallas is bad, but Houston is terrible. I have a friend that lives down in Houston, and she said she doesn't even like going out of her neighborhood because it's so bad. You know that I'm having a. Oh no, Jackie. Hit and run, huh? Backed into you or whatever. I bet it is too, Jackie. I don't care. I'd still love to visit London. I mean, we went to New York, and it was the most wonderful, wonderful time for me. It really was. And of course, I pretty much ruined it for everybody because I got to where I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk anymore. I'm sorry. This hair is killing me. Go get her home. He didn't want to hear her screaming anymore. Oh my gosh, Jackie. Oh wow. Jumping off of something? Yeah, I kind of worry about that too. I need to have some little steps for the bed because my little chihuahuas, they'll stand on the edge of the mattress on the bed and look down, and they're ready to jump, and then they'll pull back and they're ready to jump, and eventually they'll go ahead and jump off. But that really is too far for them because they're so little. He or she must have jumped off of a couch or bed or chair or something to do that, I guess. Yeah, Carolyn, that's me. I'm under there. Yeah, that's me. I have decided to start wearing crazy outfits. Yeah, oh, hope she feels better. Um, yeah, I think so, Diane. I'm gonna do that. Uh, my Daisy Bell is 16, and my little Thule is 13. So I seems like every dog I've ever had lived to be at least 16 or 17. And Daisy is getting to where she can't move as much as she used to, and doesn't eat as much as she used to. I buy her soft dog food, and I have to cut it up for her and hold her on a cabinet so that she can eat. And otherwise, she wouldn't eat it at all. And she's getting really thin, and she's very, very gray. That used to be Carolyn. No, uh, she's very thin, and her hair's not as black as it used to be. Like mine isn't either. So, but I keep thinking this is probably going to be her last year. I hate the thought of it because Daisy was the one that Bobby loved the most, and I think Daisy loved him the most as well. They were buds. He held her continually. He just loved her so much. Anyway, I don't want to get sad about that. No. Anyway, I was telling you. Now I am going to wear my fascinators. I have to wear. I've gotten two fascinators from y'all, One of them is a royal blue or cobalt blue, and one of them is it's not red, but it's more like burgundy. And I think I'm going to have a lithe and wear one of my fascinators, and then another time I'll wear one of my other ones. Okay, Rose, thank you for coming in. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. No, Carolyn, I didn't. It's just me. It's just me here, and I'm afraid that this little cat that I've got, my new little kitty, Pumpkinhead, she'll just get in and tear it up. I mean, she's climbed to the top of the house before. I see her all the time sitting on the back of the chair watching the ceiling fan. And she's tried several times, jumps, and she thinks she's going to get it. Nope. Oh, by summer, yes, Jackie. I'm going to work on it again, start working on it in the spring, and I think I can get it done before summer. I sure hope so. There's an awful lot to do, and I'm overwhelmed. There's so much. Yeah, I love them, Diane. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't have any heat over there. I'd have to take an electric heater over there. And even then, it's not going to warm up very quickly and a whole lot. Y'all, I'm starting to itch like crazy. Brian, I don't know you stood it. See, look at the back, y'all. It's long. So this spring, yep, Jackie, they do. They do. And I think everybody here, I think their taxes went up all over. That's awful. I need to cut this. They are, Jackie, and it's amazing. This little oil heater is fantastic. The heat radiates. No, Texas, Carolyn. I've never been to Georgia at all. Yeah, Texas. They're great, ZZ. They are really great. I just am so happy that I bought that, and I put it off for the longest time, and finally broke down and bought one. I don't know if it was, I think it was last year. I can't exactly remember. Yes, Jackie was. Yep. In a little bitty tiny town. Yeah, last year. I think so too. But I think I'm going to buy one for the house next door over there. I'm going to kind of wait, and but I'm going to buy one over there because that would be a good source of heat for that. I may have to have two over there because that house is a lot bigger than this one. Now, that was two bedrooms, and then it has that big sunroom, and then it has a formal dining room. Sorry. Hmm. It's pretty gross, isn't it? Have to clean out your. That's awful. Hi, Grace. Oh no, Grace. Well, I see you now. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you get that fixed. That's irritating, isn't it? It is nice to see Grace. Grace was perfectly named because she is a sweetheart. Jackie, I have seen those. We wouldn't have something like that here, but I saw one that was all homeless cats, you know, and they're all over the cafe. They're all sweet and they come up to the customers and things like that. I would love to see one. And then I saw another one that was all dogs. And this owner opens his doors to all dogs at night so they will have a place to sleep out of the cold. Isn't that neat? I love that. And then the next morning, all the dogs go away and they clean up everything and they have their customers. I'd love it. You think Santa, you think Santa Claus worried about his curls and getting them set right and all that? Yeah, it is, Carolyn. Yeah, it was about 40. I see it's 48 right now, but we have had a 28-degree already, and it's pretty darn cold. But today it's 48. I am dreading uh, January and February. I'm really dreading it. Yeah. Oh, it's gotten down to, I don't know, uh, in the teens, in the teens before. And I have not been so lucky as to get through a winter without a busted pipe. And I know about wrapping them and all that stuff, but sometimes that's just not enough. Oh, wow, Jackie. Uh oh, somebody's getting an ad. Oh, wow, -3. Oh, y'all, this is really itching now. I'm not taking it off though because I look awful under it. Did you? Lucky you got the ad. I'm gonna try something. Oh, look, did y'all see that? No, I have not. Brian may have. Cowtown, he goes to Fort Worth often. Brian, are you if you're still here, have you been to Ricky's Barbecue? Did y'all see the hearts flying? I think Brian's gone. It's been many, many years since I've been through Fort Worth. I'm getting these. I can do these little designs. I'm making them do it. Isn't that funny? I didn't know I could do that. I'm getting these little things I can do. I didn't know you could see them. kind of cool, huh? Whee! Yeah. Yes. This is just the second time that I have tried, that I've done a live using my new laptop that Brian bought me. Yes, Jackie, he is. But let me tell you, he is the meanest cat I have ever seen in my whole life. He's meaner than Miss Key used to be. He tries his best to run everybody off. Uh, Over a year, Diana, for sure, because they've been here 1 year. Last year they were here during the winter, so this is their second winter. But this big old cat, now I have not seen Mama Ma for over a week. I knew that every time she tries to come into the patio area back there, that big old cat picks a fight with her. He fights with LG, he fights with my Ginger, but Mama Ma was, of all the cats I've ever had, she was the most feral, if that makes any sense. She once in a while would let me pet her, but I never got to pick her up. She was still a little bit on the grouchy side. You know that? No, because Pumpkin's in the house. Pumpkin doesn't go out there. And Pumpkin's been spayed and all that stuff too. But he is just mean. No, she's spayed. I had her spayed already. I took her and Brian's cat Steve to be fixed at the same time. So yeah, she's already been taken care of there. Yep. Well, the other cats were real difficult to get in a cage, but Pumpkin and Brian's cat Steve, I just picked him up and put him in there. Yeah, she has two, Jackie. She has two. So I don't have any female cats around here that haven't been spayed. Yeah, she was one of Brian's cats. And there's still Mama Cat down there and his Steve in the house. And there's still about three male cats from that litter, Pumpkin's brothers, that he has down there. He's got a nice place uh, in his barn for that. Ella Jean, ho ho to you. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you stopped by. Um, Ella Jean, Miss Key is no longer mean to me or anybody else. She is the most loving, sweet thing you ever saw in your life. She loves little Pumpkin, and Pumpkin loves her. Pumpkin comes up and sits beside her and puts her little arm around Miss Key. And it's so funny to watch. They're so cute. I suppose so, Joy. Probably so. But he's just hateful mean. But anyway, Ella Jane, it's good. It's good to see you, and I'm glad you stopped in. And I hope you have a good day. But Mrs. Key and Little Pumpkin get along great. They can eat out of the same bowl if they want to. They have separate bowls, but anytime Miss Key starts eating out of one bowl, Pumpkin will run over there and eat out of that bowl. If I feed them in the other bowl, she'll run over there and eat out of that bowl. So they are doing great. And Mrs. Key is sweet to me. She lets me love on her and pick her up. Although, you've got to, you got to really work hard to get her up off the couch. And by the way, she's losing weight. She's losing some weight finally. So that's great. But they play a lot. They have a good time. I've seen them run and chase one another and things. So Little Pumpkin is good for Mrs. Key. She gives her some exercise. That's great. I know. I'm shocked, Diane. I didn't think Miss Key was ever going to be a nice cat. She's changed. And all since Little Pumpkin, well, for one thing, Diane, I'm not giving her temptations every 2 minutes. Those things must have a lot of calories in them or something. But she's also, she and Pumpkin ever so often chase one another. So she is getting a little bit of exercise, but she's also not eating constantly. Oh, my hat's messed up. I gotta fix my hat. The only reason I fed her those temptations all the time is so she'd quit scratching me and jumping at me and slapping at me and hurting me. And I thought if she's over here eating these temptations, she won't be over here scratching on me. And that's how she got to be over 30 pounds, no doubt. Yeah, they're awful, Diane. Brian calls them kitty crack because his cat loves them too. Pardon me. I'm going to have to fumigate this. I'm going to have to sanitize this thing. Yeah, she was terrible. She was awful. I could not get her in a carrier anymore unless I got a giant size one. I think so too, Jackie. She had kittens and found homes for all of them. So I think she kind of thinks that Little Pumpkin might be her baby. But Pumpkin will run up to her and put her arm around her and grab a hold of her, and Miss Key will look up at me like, really? I got to deal with this? Me too, Diane. Me too. Now, what is that, Jackie? I never heard that. Y'all don't get a Santa suit. I'm telling you. Hello, Cindy. You're moving to a new place, huh? Well, I wish I could help you, but I don't have any elves. And unfortunately, Santa's kind of elderly and can't do a whole heck of a lot, Oh, Jackie, no, we don't. We've got different things. We've got like a Big Lots and an Ollie's, places like that. But have you looked at Temu? Temu's very inexpensive, and if you're careful, you can pick out some pretty nice stuff there for not a whole lot of money. And they've got some nice looking clothes. They just do. I've ordered quite a few things from them. I don't order stuff anymore because I don't need it. And I sure don't need anything else, inside this house either. I'm having trouble finding a place for things as it is. I saw a thing, Jackie, the other day, and it was a YouTube video, and it were British guys, and they were trying pecan pie for the first time. Now, one of them really liked it a lot, but the others didn't like it at all. They said they can't understand all that sweet, gooey stuff mixed in with pecans. I guess I never thought about pecan pie as being not all over the world. I never thought about it, but they had never eaten it before. I hear you, Diane. I remember one time I asked Bobby to give me uh, Quikrete. Quikrete is a easy to mix up concrete. That's what I wanted, and he gave it to me. Yes, cornbread. Cornbread is usually served with soup. I love cornbread. You never had pumpkin pie either? I love pumpkin pie. I love pecan pie. Interesting. I know that if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Teresa. That's sweet of you. Thank you. Yes, I love cornbread and hot water cornbread too, Diane. Um, oh, I know what I was going to say. Y'all call what we call cookies, y'all call biscuits. Carolyn, my blood pressure is much, much better. I've lost some weight. I've lost about 26 pounds now. And I saw a little heart just now. Did y'all see it? And so my blood pressure's doing a whole lot better. I'll make some. There's some little hearts. Isn't that cute? But I think, I don't eat bread anymore. And I don't eat dairy products. Uh, hello, Kat. How are you? I do eat pasta, however, but and I try my best. Oh no, Kat. Wonder why. I said I clicked on notify everybody. I don't know. Huh. Make sure you got your little bell turned on. Oh, you did. You had COVID. Bless your heart. I know it's still out there. I know that. I probably need another booster shot, y'all. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're better, Kat. That's great. Um, anyway, so I think the combination of losing weight and cutting down on certain foods and all that really helped me a great deal. I had all mine too, Sharon, but I understand. Oh, thank you, Kat. Thank you. We have crackers. Crackers are little square crackers. I've heard about that, LL Jean, and I tried that, but I must have not had a mouse where I put it because nothing was um, ever touched. I just saw a little sweet face going up, little faces. There's one. That's kind of cool. Y'all can play with those things. Oh, interesting. Anyway, yeah, LL Jean, I have tried it before. So, do you call cookies crackers or do you call cookies biscuits? Because our biscuit is like a breakfast food, something you put butter or jam on. Jackie, I have tried my best. have tried my best to watch some British um, videos on YouTube, and I have to turn on I have to turn on closed captions because they talk so fast. Hi, Betty. They talk so fast, and their words I don't know what they're saying. But I guess all are cookies. Okay, but I'm sure to some of y'all I talk really slow and certainly countrified, but that's that's who I am. We all have different ways of pronouncing words that maybe someone else wouldn't use, but doesn't mean we're wrong and they're right. It just means that's the way we learned. Huh, cookies. Yeah, I love cookies. I like I like I don't like chocolate chip cookies. I like yeah, me too, Carolyn. I understand that. Yeah, thank you, Liz. Jackie, I love the the way y'all do things. I love it. Everything is an occasion. It's like every day is to be celebrated. I think that's wonderful. I mean, I'm watching the Royal Channel, and I think it is on YouTube, and there's Kate and William, and they're out there, and they're at handing out gifts to little children at Christmas, and it's just making they're showing them making cake or whatever. They're constantly working at something. Yes, they are, ZZ. They're wonderful. Have you the way he looks at her like she's the most wonderful person in the whole wide world in his eyes? I think they're wonderful. I love them, and they're beautiful. And that's not put on either. That's genuine affection that they have for one another. And it makes me mad when I see stuff saying they're having trouble or, you know, yep, except that little Louis. Louis, did you see Louis when they were doing the flyovers? Um, wow. Yes, Grace, I see you. I hope you get a new phone soon then because I, it bothers me that you are bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it at all. You can type anything you want to, any way you want to. It's fine with me. I'm just glad to see you and glad you're here. He is a pimp, that little booger. I mean, there's one, and he's doing this at Kate, his mother. He's doing that to her, and he's doing this kind of thing. He's hilarious, but he got a lot of criticisms too. But he was so young, and there he is in the midst of all this royal protocol where he's got to, set up straight, and he's just a kid. That's bothering me. This is really bothering me now. I may have to take some scissors and trim this up. Although, probably won't wear it again this year, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Hi, Susan. I wondered about you. Good to see you today. Not a bad idea. Yeah, because I have a straw. There. Look. My cats are doing great. They're doing great. Hello, Bloomin' Lass. How are you? We've been chatting, Susan. There's another wrench in town. India. Well, welcome, Bloomin' Lass. Faithy. Hey, Faithy. Yes, Carolyn, I do, and I've never had a problem, and I'm not worried about it. I really have not. I think that there's just an awful lot of people that are, I don't know, they're just, I, I, I don't know. I've never actually seen proof that somebody's had problems with it. Faithy, how's Otis doing? Bloomin' Lass, I am in Texas, USA. Wow. Well, I don't know that I'd trust what I say. I'm just saying, I personally have never had a problem. I've gotten the goods and I did, Jackie. The only thing I have to do is a small area um, that I have to finish painting white, a very small area, board about this long because I couldn't reach it. And that's the only thing I've got to finish doing. Blooming Last, it's 11:08 a.m. Central Standard Time. I like Timu. I like Timu. Brian likes Timu too. We order from Timu. I'm trying to cross my leg if y'all are wondering what I'm doing. Oh, nighttime there. Yeah, just barely morning here. Oh my God. Yep, it's laying on the ground, Jackie. I'm not going to pick it up. He knocked it down. He can take it away. Diana, I don't have a credit card. I don't want one. It's a long story, but got away from those. And I decided I'd never, ever, ever have one again. Look at that. Wonder, does Santa, you think, obsessed with his hair all day long? Bye bye, Blooming Laugh. Thank you for coming in. Good night to you. I've never had a problem. My bank has this service where certain things are flagged and they'll call you immediately and want to know if you made that purchase. Uh, and a couple of times they've suspended my card or put a block on my card because they thought that I didn't make two purchases, one right after another, but one was at the grocery store and one was at the gas station. And so they suspended my card, and then I had to go get a whole new card. So they don't do that anymore, but they do call and ask if did I make a certain purchase, which I like a lot. If it's something that looks suspect, I like that these people. I don't know where in the heck they're from. They're not from Texas because they don't have this accent, but but they're on it. So I feel pretty confident that I can use it. Well, Sharon, I guess you'd have to have a debit card, or there's also a thing where you can have them take it from your bank, like it's almost like a check, but yeah, they do take PayPal. I forgot about that, Faithy. Thank you. They do. Me too, Diane. And a pain in the neck because you got to wait for it to come in the mail. And I don't like the fact that they're sending debit cards out to people in the mail, especially on rural routes, because anybody can pick it up. Well, if it's a credit card, Sharon, those are pretty much protected, your purchases, because you can dispute those. But they do take PayPal, and that's supposed to be quite secure. I've got a PayPal account. I only used it once, and that was a couple of years ago. I just don't use it. I don't know. I guess I ought to because I know it's safer than a debit card. I guess. I don't know. Everything is see, that's what I'm afraid of, Jackie. I don't like it that they send those out in the mail. I would rather go by the bank and pick one up than send it in the mail. Did you get all that straightened out, Jackie? Brian had that kind of horrible thing one time. Somebody had a spending spree on his behalf. Wow. I don't have that delivery thing from Walmart, Diane. I thought about it and I've looked it up. Brian uses it and he likes it. But they have I, I can't remember how much it is to where you can order groceries or any darn thing you want and they'll deliver it to you, and it's a certain amount per month for that service. But Brian does it all the time, but I never have, and I sort of would like to because it beats going out on rainy days or cold days or whatever and going to run get stuff. Yesterday I had run get cat food. I had no idea I was that low on cat food. I usually try to keep one sack in the house and one sack in the trunk of my car. And man, I just didn't have it. I had to go get it. Yeah. Okay, LL Jean, if I don't see you, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Me too, Diana. I don't check dates because I don't care. But I do want to, if I'm getting vegetables or fresh vegetables or something like that, uh, I want to be able to pick out my own stuff. Yep, Jackie. I have to agree there. Thanks, Ella Jean. See you soon. Love you. I like it, Carolyn. It's convenient. I go to a thing called Walmart Neighborhood Market. It's small. It's not one a big supercenter Walmart. And they don't have clothes there and pool supplies and paint and all this kind of stuff. They have strictly um, house like food and paper towels, dog food, that kind of thing. It's that kind of stuff, but not all that other stuff, shoes and all that other junk. And I go down there and breeze right through there. I don't personally have it here, Jackie, and I probably wouldn't recognize it if I did. I go to the same place and it's about 8 miles away. I'm down there, I'm back. I love it, Diana. I do. I have my medication there and they have a drive through window if I want to go through that. And I use the self checkout. I know everybody. I see that he passed away recently, Jackie. Muhammad Al Fayed, and is that his name? Yeah, Al Fayed, who owned Harrods, passed away recently. Yeah, Diane. Well, I like the self checkout. I do. Um, I can go and take my time all I want. I can put things in double bags if I want. I can tie up the bags, which I always do. I I can take my time, and it's not zoom, 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 zoom like that, and people behind me waiting to get there. And I like self checkout. I like it a lot. And y'all, I use their bags. And I take 2 bags and put stuff in double bag because I use those bags. Eh, for instance, like cat litter, put cat litter in it and tie it up and throw it in the trash. So I like doing it myself. I don't like someone checking my groceries out and then putting them in bags. This way I can put. Oh, really, Susan? Yeah, Diane. I saw where Walmart is thinking about going back to the cashiers, and I'm kind of I don't like that much. I hope they still have a place for those of us who do like self checkout. think Brian went back to sleep, y'all. Yeah. Me too, Diane. Oh, I love it, Diana. I love it. I can put I used to go to Brookshire's all the time, and I always had this guy, their little sacker guy, whatever you call him. I swear, every time he would put the eggs down in the bag, and then put something heavy on top of it, or the bread, stick that down in there and put cans on top of it. The little barcodes. Sometimes you got to look. They seem to want to hide them. I'm reading y'all. I'm reading what you're discussing. Gosh, y'all, we've been here an hour and a half. Yeah, Carolyn. Not here though. I know, Liz. No kidding. And another thing, he'd take the stuff, the meat. Let's say when I'm buying meat, I don't buy meat anymore. They'd take that and put it in with something that you don't even know whether you need to put it up first or not, because that's the first thing I do when I come in the house. Put all the cold stuff either in the freezer or in the refrigerator, you know, and then all the other stuff that don't need to be refrigerated. Yeah, Diane Brookshire's does that. He still takes them out and puts them in the car. Brookshire's, but Brookshire's are a lot higher than Walmart on their some of their stuff. Not everything, but yeah, our Brookshire's does it. And there's one guy, he's sweet as he can be. He's been there for years and years. He was like a jokester. Bobby and I would go to Brookshire's and buy our groceries, and he'd take them out to the car, and he would always tell us a joke or something funny. He's still there. Bless his heart. No, no, Jackie. I did notice when I went to the grocery store the other day, to Neighborhood Market, which is Walmart Market. They had brown paper bags laying down there, just laying there. Not many of them though. They wasn't very thick, a bunch of them. But nobody uses those anymore. And I read somewhere they're trying to come bring those back, because plastic plastic never. Susan, when I was in New York, Right across the street from our hotel was a Target, and we had to go, down some steps, several flights to get to the actual Target. But I had to go over there and buy a back brace because my back was so bad up there. And I had to buy my own bag to put my back brace in before I could take it out of the car. And it was $5 for a bag, a cloth bag. I've still got it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I bought it at Target. Cat, cat. That is a place we have here called Aldi. They do the same thing. You have to, first of all, you have to put a quarter in this little machine thing to get your cart. And then you go through the store and you buy all your stuff, and you either have to buy plastic bags or you bring your own plastic bags to put your stuff in. Then you put them back in the cart, then you take them out, then you take the cart and put it back, and when you push it in, you get your quarterback. Yeah, I've only been in it once, Susan. I did not like it. It was, the aisles were too close together for people going this way and going that way. If they would all go in the same direction, that'd be great. Oh, cool, Faithy. I've only been to Aldi one time. Like I said, it was way too. Now I don't. I think they've moved it now, and I see people all the time talking about how much they love Aldi. I don't know that one, Jackie. I don't know where that one is. Maybe so. Well, we have to furnish our own here, Diana. Yeah, for the basket. The first time we did that, instead of going putting the thing back, we just gave our basket to the person that was getting out of the car to go in, and they didn't have to pay a quarter. It was just a quarter. Now I would probably want my quarter back, but then, eh, I gave up my quarter. None of those places I've ever seen. Never heard of that one either. Funny, all over the country from north to south to east to west, there's stores that nobody's ever heard of. Trolley. Okay, that's another thing. Y'all call them trolleys. We call them either carts or baskets. Carts or baskets. Yeah, ZZ, it's a cart, shopping cart, trolley. Uh-oh. Some ad coming up, guys. Yeah, a trolley. We're thinking we're thinking in the United States about they had like San Francisco trolleys, those big like buses on rails. Yeah, buggies, baskets, carts. Oh yeah, absolutely. I made some taco soup last night and have it in the refrigerator. And last week I made a big batch of chicken and dumplings, and I took Brian a container of it and put it in his refrigerator so he'd have something to eat when he came home. And I used to make, for a long time there, I was making cabbage soup on a regular basis, and I loved it. And then I got to where I was eating too much of it, and I got kind of sick of it. Yeah, it's really good for like weight loss, ZZ. I'd love to ride one of those, Diane. I got to ride the subway in New York when we went. That was great. You know, just to say I've done it. I'm sure the people that have to ride it every day don't think it's so great, but I thought it was wonderful. We rode all the way to the end of the line, and then they told us we had to get off and get on another one and go back because we didn't know. And we didn't see any nutcases up there. You know, people accosting you and calling you names and wanting to fight or any of the, you know, pickpockets or whatever. We didn't see any of that. Thank you for coming, Carolyn. Happy Christmas to you. Have a good day. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get her to adopt me, Susie, Jackie, so I can go live in England. I can bring my own flag. Okay, Jackie. Thank you for coming, dear. It's good to see you always. The tube. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to close it down. We've been here for an hour and 39 minutes. We've had a great chat. I enjoyed it very, very much. And I thank you all for coming. Kind of a special little before Christmas live stream. I hope you have a great weekend. Nice to see you all. Love you so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye.